Good morning. If you're just joining in, we still have a few minutes, but two blocks will be useful. If you don't have any blocks, use a Tupperware or something that you can put a little bit of weight on. And if you have a folding chair, or preferably a folding chair. If you don't have a folding chair, any chair that has a low back will be useful and helpful. If it has a hard surface here, make sure that you have a folded towel or a blanket. If you don't have any of that, you can still be able to practice today without any of those props. So we have a couple more minutes here. Oh, actually it's already 8:30. Okay, so I'm gonna keep my phone close by just for a few more minutes. As I said, I'm using a microphone today just to make sure that you can hear me. Very few people said that they couldn't hear me clearly, so I want to make sure that you can enjoy and practice with me. So, if you're just joining in and you didn't hear what I said, 2 blocks and a chair will be very useful. If you have a chair that has a very high back, we will work with another variation with that. And if you have a very hard back, you may want to put a towel or a blanket close by you. You may need it and you may not, but it's nice to have everything around you. We'll put the chair to the side, and there's today, let me just make sure that, okay, all right, so, I just am writing to Diane. She said she couldn't hear me. It's all good. All right, so today's practice, we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm excited. There's a lot of things going on today. All of you will be able to practice most of the practice. We're going to offer figure 4, which is a deep hip opener. Figure 4, but in many different variations today. And as always, when I talk about a peak pose, I'm not worried about the peak pose. What I do when I try to plan the class for you is to get the component, break down what does the body need to get to those poses, and that's really what the whole class will be. Whether we go to any peak pose, it's not really relevant, but you will definitely feel the benefit of the work that we will need for deep hip openers, and don't we all need that? Along with the hip, we will wake up the spine, we will wake up the arms, so on and so forth. So, welcome to Sunday. My name is Orly, if you haven't taken my classes before. And before we get started, I would like to just point out maybe 2 little things that can help us in our daily lives. Again, we thought that things are getting better and things are escalating again. Maybe some of us are not taking the precautions that we should, so please be careful. But I want you to envision 2 circles. One big circle is all the things we cannot control. Oftentimes it's our mind distracting us, taking us into this deep horror movie, has nothing to do with our reality. And then within that big circle, there is a small circle. It's small, but yet so powerful. And that small circle are the things that we can control, such as our breath, such as our inner light, such as our intention to do in our practice like we do now. And anytime you find yourself in that big circle, getting distracted away from your true self, from that little circle that is in you, in each and every one of us, please bring that energy and that focus to that small circle within that big circle. And that will be relevant for your practice today. We don't have to get into that big circle to be judgmental about our practice. Just focus on what your body is able to do for you today. There's always modifications. If you're injured or you have something that you're nursing, please be kind to your body. Take a pause when you need to and come and join us. So, let's get started on child's pose. Big toes touch together, your knees will be wide. If you're super flexible, I would recommend to close your knees slightly and then bring your arms in front of you. If you have blocks, I will put them on the low setting. As you can see, I'm in a gym here. I'm visiting my daughter in Utah. The clubhouse that I usually try to teach from is for some reason locked, so here is the unpredictable, but I'm making it work, and I hope that nobody will walk in and decide to work out today. So we'll make it work. All right, if you have a block on the low setting, put it in front of you and draw your hips back. Relax your head down to the floor, your forehead. Stay where you are in your child's pose and welcome yourself into your practice today. If you already made yourself into the mat, that means that you are dedicated to your practice, and make the most and the best of your practice. Bring awareness to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. And then turn on your inner light in the form of a flashlight. And now you have eyes within your body. Turn your inner gaze inwardly and envision that little circle of light, that little circle of your true self, scanning your inner body, creating a path for your breath to follow. So feel your breath flowing. Breathe in and breathe out. And then with your next breath, lift your chest up. Walk your hands and your blocks to the right. Draw your hips back and draw your left shoulder to the back wall. Lengthen your spine here. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice what you feel and where you feel. Draw your hips back a little bit more. Shine your chest towards the crown of your head. And then with your next breath, gaze forward. Bring your hands to the left. Take your blocks with you. And then lengthen your spine to the right. Draw the upper arm, the right upper arm towards the back. And breathe. Now breathe into those intercostal muscles. Stay where you are on the left side. Breathe in and breathe out. And then with your next breath, come center. Take your blocks to the side. And come into all fours. Bring your knees slightly closer. Turn your palms towards your knees. And then with your next breath, we'll do cow and cat variation. Inhale, gaze forward, and then bring awareness to your upper back. Open your chest. The tendency here is to go immediately to the low back. Try to start from the top. Open your heart, broaden your chest. Inhale, drop your belly. And then on the exhale, start from your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone under and get it round your spine. Gaze towards your navel. Breathe here. We'll do that again. Inhale, start from the upper back. Draw your shoulders back, drop your belly in. Sink your heart towards the mat. Exhale, start from your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone under, round your spine. Chin towards your navel. One more time. Inhale, open, gaze forward. Exhale, round your spine. Good. And now as if you're just shifting your hips to the right and to the left. Waking up those hips from the get-go. Breathe here. And slowly come center. Release your hands. Come all the way on your knees and your feet. A few shoulder rolls here. Get your circles with your wrists. Good. And then come down again to all fours. Watch me for 1 minute. We're going to do a spinal balance here, but I want you to pay attention. Usually, we may ask you to bring your arm to your knee. This time, I'm going to ask you to take your right hand and then grab your left knee and bring your left knee into your chest. Okay, it's going to be slightly different. So find your all four position here. Push the floor, broaden your shoulders, gaze forward. Extend your left leg to the floor. Your left ball of the foot is on the floor. Look under your navel and make sure that your foot is aligned with your hip. Gaze forward for now. Inhale. On the exhale, draw the heel, the sole of your foot, the ball of your foot to the back wall. I'm losing my words today. Inhale. Breathe here. And now with your next breath, gaze forward. Engage your core. Lift your left leg off the floor. Doesn't have to be super high, but keep your spine in neutral position. Straight, hug your belly in. Extend your right arm, inhale. And now on the exhale, grab your left knee, bring it to your chin. Round your spine. Deep flexion. Inhale, extend, gaze forward. Exhale, squeeze and bring your knee to your chin. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, gaze forward. Lower your right hand. Bend your left knee. Flex your foot. And now lift your hip high. Lift your foot towards the ceiling. Extend the left leg out. Inhale. Shoulders over your wrist. Lift your left leg up slightly. Bend the knee. Engage the glute muscles. One more time. Inhale. Lengthen your leg. Lift your leg higher. Bend your knee. Lift a little bit more. Stay here for 3 breaths. Exhale for 2. Exhale for 1. Extend the left leg out. Take it all the way to the right. Tuck your right toes under. Draw the shoulders to the right. Breathe. Lengthen your chest forward. Draw the right hip back. Good. From here, gaze to your left. Take your left leg to 90 degrees. So I'll turn here so you can see me 90 degrees. There you go. Now walk your hands or your blocks with you towards your left foot. Lift up your left toes towards the ceiling. And now draw the left heel towards your left sitting bone. Draw it back. Breathe. Keep your chest open. Breathe. Notice what you feel. Pay attention. Turn your inner breath. Turn your inner light. And now from here, bring your hands forward to the top of your mat. And now swing your left knee behind your right knee. Separate your feet away from each other. If you have blocks, take your blocks with you to the left. If you don't have blocks, you come with me with your hands and draw your hips back. Breathe here. Lengthen your spine. Draw the right hip back, draw the right shoulder back. If that's too intense, come forward, shift your weight forward, inhale, that's your recovery. Exhale, go back. Breathe here, opening our hips. Slowly, slowly come forward. Release your legs to neutral. Extend your arms in front of you, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, lift your hips high. Bring your chest toward your thighs. And now from here, lengthen one leg at a time. Waking up your body still. Broaden the space between your shoulder blades and lift your hip points up. Good. Slowly gaze forward. Breathe in and broaden your shoulder blades. Create space between your shoulder blades. And then shift your hips back. Engage your core and lift your kneecaps up. Gaze forward. Bend your knees. Relax your feet down. Come all the way up. Bring your hands over your head. Interlace your hands. Flip your fingers up. And then travel over to the right. Breathe in. Lift your ribcage up. Draw the hips down to the floor. Exhale all the tension out. Slowly come up, inhale, and go to the other side. Again, as you're scanning your body, notice where do you need to send some love of your breath and your inner light in the form of a flashlight. Slowly come up, release your hands again. Find your all-four. This time extend your right leg behind you. Press the ball of your foot to the back wall. Gaze towards your navel, get a calf stretch. Push the floor with your shoulders. Gaze forward, inhale. Lift your right leg up. It doesn't have to be too high, but keep your hip points towards the mat. Extend your left arm, inhale. On the exhale, frame your right knee and bring that knee towards your chest. Breathe. Extend the leg, extend the arm, inhale. Exhale, squeeze closer. Deep flexion in the spine. Inhale, gaze forward, extend. Exhale, one more time. Breathe and round your spine. Extend the leg, extend the arm. Lower your left hand down. Breathe here, broaden your chest, broaden your shoulders. From here, inhale, lift your right leg up, feel your glute active. Bend your right knee. Lift that hip higher. Extend the leg out, inhale. Bend the knee. Lift up a little bit more. One more time, inhale. Lift high. Bend your knee. And then kick that leg up. Extend the leg out. This time, open the leg to the right. Come all the way up. Find your blocks if you have them. Take your blocks to the right. Lift your right toes up to the ceiling. And I forgot to do the other side. I'll go. I knew there was something in between. We'll find it. Breathe here. Draw Draw the right heel towards your right sitting bone. Chest forward. Breathe. If that's too intense, bend your right knee slightly and then straighten any amount. Make it your practice. Try to stay in your small circle, your true self, your inner light, your inner breath, your commitment. Breathe. And then draw the right heel towards your right sitting bone. Breathe here. And before we go to Gomukhasana legs, let's go ahead and come back with your hands. Swing the right leg all the way to the left. Tuck your toes under and gaze to the left. Open the right hip. Breathe. Shine your chest towards the crown of your head. Shoulders back. And now from here, take your left foot to the right side of your mat. Bend your right knee behind your left knee. And this time, take your hands over to the right. Draw your hips back. Your left knee will be off the floor. And with this variation, we're not taking the glutes to the floor. It's just a different variation. Breathe here. Keep drawing your hips back. Your sitting bones are shining back. Your chest is shining forward. Slowly gaze forward. Bring your hands forward to your mat. Release your feet. Downward facing dog. Breathe here, lengthen. Index finger facing the front of your mat. Draw the wrists away from each other as if you're energetically pulling them to the right and to the left. And then draw the heels of your hands towards your feet. Lengthen your spine. Breathe here. Lift your kneecaps. And now gaze forward. Bring your hands towards your feet. Bring your hands to the back of your mat. Hold on to opposite elbows here. Bend your knees if you need to. Lengthen your spine. Breathe. Shoulders away from your ears. Again, lift your kneecaps even if your knees are bent. Feel the activation. Breathe. Turn your head to the right and left. And then forward and back. Say yes. Release your arms. Inhale, take your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, hands to your shins, shoulders back. Forward fold. With your next breath, bend your knees, hands to your hips, engage your core. Push the floor to come all the way up. Find a few shoulder rolls here. And then silently walk to the front of your mat, hands to your heart center. Close your eyes at the top of your mat. And breathe here. Just want to make sure that you still can hear me. Breathe and breathe. And now from here, find your Tadasana, big toes together. Lift your kneecaps. Stand strong, stand tall. Engage your core, broaden your shoulders, hands alongside your body. And breathe. Feel the rootness through your feet, and now feel the elevation through the crown of your head. And your whole body now is that little circle, incubated into your breath, to your awareness of your practice. Open your eyes, open your feet about hip-width apart, bend your knees, and now take your right foot, lift it up and take it over to the left. You can tippy-toe. If you have blocks, I recommend to put your blocks on the tall setting. And if you don't, just use your tippy toes. Okay, so inhale here, right leg, bend it, bend your left knee slightly and take your right foot on the block or not on the left side. If you don't have it, you can just stay here and then lower. And we'll go to the other side. Bend your knees, inhale, lift your left leg, take your left foot to the right. It can be in the air, it can be on the floor. Just feel the motion in your outer hips and come forward. Do it again. Inhale, bend, right leg over to the left, on the block, or the floor, or whatever you have, and lower. One more time. Bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, left leg lifts, shift it to the right, draw the left hip back, and slowly come up. Bring your hands to your heart center, set your intention again. Try to find yourself in that little circle, and if you got lost in the big circle, come back to your little one. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, left leg goes back. Lower your knee, open your heart, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, look at your fingers, index finger forward. Broaden your shoulder blades, hike your hips high, lift your kneecaps. Feet together, left leg lifts, all 5 toes are down. Gaze forward, left foot forward. Lower your right knee, open your heart, inhale. Shift your weight back to come to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward. Bend your knees, hands to your hips. Core strong, lift up. Urdhva Namaskar, hands over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, open, lift, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, right leg goes back, right knee down. Open your heart. Inhale, warming up the body. Now we're moving a little faster. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe, deepen. Feet together, right leg lifts, all 5 toes are down. Gaze forward, right foot forward. Lower your left knee almost to the floor, open your heart, inhale. Exhale, shift your weight back to come to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to your hips, inhale, bend your knees, lift your chest all the way up. Hands over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Every exhalation, you're letting go of tension, negativity. Every inhalation is nurturing. Inhale, lift, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, left leg goes back, left knee down to the floor. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, left foot forward, lower your right knee, open your chest, inhale. Exhale, draw your weight back to come to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, inhale. Push the floor, exhale. Hands to your heart center. One more, just like that. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right leg goes back. Lower your knee, open your heart, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, deepen your pose, lengthen, or child's pose. Feet together, right leg lift, inhale. Gaze forward, right foot forward. Left knee down to the floor, open your heart, inhale. Draw your weight back to come to the front of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward. Inhale, hands to your hips. Bend your knees, power your core. Lift all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. All right. From here, inhale, bend your knees slightly. Bring your weight to your right foot. Lift up your left leg. And see if you can take it all the way to the right. If you have a block, great. If you have a chair, you can even put the chair to your right side for now and take the left foot to the left. If you don't have any of that, then see if you can put your left ankle on the right thigh, above the knee, okay? All of those are variations. Now draw the left hip back. Breathe here, squeeze the inner legs. Lift your arms up, inhale. See if you can bend your right knee a little bit more, whatever you are. Bend the right knee, draw the hips back. Now, if you're on the block or the chair, lift that leg, so feel the engagement of your muscle, and I think of your left leg going all the way back to low lunge. Lower your leg back. Breathe here, inhale. Lift up your left knee up, lift up, and now take your hands over to the left. If you have blocks, great. If you have your hands, go to your fingertips. Draw the right hip back. The right hip wants to go out, draw it back. Lengthen your spine tall. Breathe. Back leg is strong. It can always come down if that's what you need today. Listen to your body. We're slowly adding more and more depth into the hips, into the chest, and the arms. Okay, from here, inhale. Bring your hands forward, and now heel toe your right foot to the left as if you were going to do pigeon pose. Okay? Bring your hands down to the floor, and now try to bring your right knee towards the floor. For many of you, your left knee, the back knee, is on the floor. That's okay, because we're trying to open those hips. So draw the right knee now towards the floor. Keep your hip off the floor. So right now my left knee is on the floor, just so I can show you modification. If you want more, lift up your back knee, draw the right hip back. With your next breath, push the floor, take your right leg back, downward facing dog. Breathe here, inhale. On the exhale, come all the way to plank pose, shoulders over your wrists. Lower your knees down, chest and shin down. Bring your hands by your chest. Lift the cobra, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Two more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Maybe your hands come off the floor. Feel the back bend in your upper back, chest open. Lower your hands, push the floor, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Your down dog now becomes your rest. If you need to lower your knees, lower your knees. Breathe. With your next breath, feet together, left leg lifts. Square your hips, gaze forward, warrior one. Before you go there, Pivot your right heel down, open your feet wide. Lift all the way up. Hands to your ribs. Look at your left leg. Bend your left knee over your second toe. And now bring energy to your right thigh. Turn your ribs to the right. And now extend your arms. Gaze towards your left middle finger. Lower a little bit more. If you need to adjust your legs, please do so. But bring energy to your back leg. Breathe. With your next breath, lower your right hand. Turn your left palm up. Reverse the warrior. Keep your knee bent. Lift your ribs up. From this side angle, bring your forearm to their thigh. Turn your right palm. Lift your hand over your ear. And now bring your left rib cage towards the ceiling. Breathe here. Chest towards the crown of your head, lengthen. And we'll go back and forward. Inhale, lift up, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side warrior. Breathe. Inhale, reverse. Exhale. Okay, one more. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side warrior here. Gaze forward. Lift up your back heel. Take your left hand behind you, your right hand forward. Lift the kneecap. Squeeze your inner legs. Breathe here. Bring your left hand to meet your right hand. Bring your right foot back forward just a smidgen. Inhale. And now see if you can bring your right leg next to the left. Straighten your legs. Lift your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to your heart center. Good. Side B. Here we go. If you have a block or a chair, put it on your left side. And if you don't, you just use your strength of your legs. Inhale here, bend your knees. Bring your weight to your left leg, lift up your right leg. Take it over to the left, either on your tall block, or your chair, or over your knee. Okay, draw the right hip back. Breathe here. Lower your left knee down, bring your hands in front of you. Straight arms, hug your belly. Okay. Breathe here, and I think of your right leg lifting off the block, chair, wherever you are, and take your right leg all the way behind you. Low warrior. Sorry, oh my God. Low lunge. Breathe here. Anjaneyasana. Breathe and lengthen. From here, inhale, bring your hands to the inside of your left leg. Lift up your back knee, draw the left hip back, open your chest. Breathe. So don't let your chest collapse or your head down. Be proud, shine your collarbones. Draw the left hip to the midline. Right kneecap is engaged. Breathe here. And now from here, inhale, bring your hands to frame your left foot. And now heel toe your left foot to the right. Your right knee can come down to the floor if that's where you are. And now try and bring your left knee towards the floor or towards your mat. So we're deepening that hip a little bit more. If that's where you are, stay. If you have more, lift up your right knee and now draw the left knee towards the back mat. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left leg back. Gaze forward, inhale, plank pose, broaden your shoulders. Lower all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, legs together, right leg lifts. gaze forward, warrior one. Right foot forward, pivot your left foot, come all the way up. So your right heel is aligned with your left heel or in out, depending on your body type. Hands to your ribs. Bend your right knee towards your second toe, and now turn your rib cage to the left. Bring lots of awareness to your left thigh, and then come down. Extend your arms out. Breathe here. Pelvic float in and out. Lengthen your spine tall. With your next breath, reverse the warrior. Left hand to your thigh, turn your right arm up. Lengthen your spine. Lift your ribcage up. Inhale. Exhale, side warrior. Bend your right forearm. Lift your left arm over your ear. Draw the hips back. And now shine your right ribcage towards the ceiling. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, change, breathe. We're going forward and back here, right shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, lift, reverse. One more time, exhale. Breathe here. With your next breath, gaze forward, lift up your back heel. Take your right hand back, left hand forward. Bring your left heel forward a little bit more so you're stable. Breathe here. Bring your right hand to meet your left hand. Bring all your weight to your right foot. Maybe in 2 or 3 steps, bring your left foot next to the right foot. Straighten your legs, lift your arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Take a moment, notice the vibrations in your body now. You should feel much warmer. Your hips should be warm and talking to you a little bit. All right. If you have a chair or the blocks, please put them in front of you. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring all your weight to your right foot. Now bring your left ankle above the right knee. Okay, if you have a wall, like I'm touching my finger to the wall, that's maybe where you are if you don't have a chair. If you have a chair or blocks, please bend your knees. You can bring your hands on the chair and draw the hip back. If you have 2 blocks, you're going to put the blocks in front of you. Deep hip opener here. Lengthen your chest forward. If you don't have any of that, then hands to your heart center. Dorsiflex your left foot. Power up your right glute. Breathe. And then slowly, slowly push the floor to come all the way up. Release it, check it off. Bring your weight to your left leg. Bend it slightly. Right ankle above the left knee. Step 1. Step 2, see if you have a chair or blocks. Shift your hips back to bring your chest forward. Rest your hands on the chair or the blocks. If you don't have that, find a wall and the wall will help you. Open those hips, draw those hips back, chest forward. Breathe. Again, shine your inner light, your inner breath, as if you have aromatherapy into the hip region to help you deepen your stretch here. Breathe. All right. Release your hands from wherever you are. Push the floor to lift your chest up and lower your leg down. Shake it off, side to side. Breathe in and breathe out. As we go to those deep layers, there's more tension, more toxins. And then when you come out of it, you're feeling the rush of blood going through you. So embrace that. All right. From here, inhale. Open your legs to the right, wide-legged. Take your hands behind you. Pivot your feet just slightly. Lift your chest up, inhale. On the exhale, forward fold. Lift your kneecaps, Hands to the floor. If your hands are not reaching, you're struggling, bring your blocks in front of you or your chair, whatever you have. Lengthen. Lift your kneecaps, shoulders away from your ears. And breathe. Bring your weight towards the balls of your feet. Some of you that are proficient in tripod, headstand, this is your opportunity now. So create a triangle. Your hands will be the bottom of your triangle, the crown of your head will be forward. If you're not proficient, please don't do it, but just get the idea of pressing your hands down, the crown of your head down. That's it. Just breathe here. Bring your elbows towards each other. If you're still in down dog, do what you need to do, and then slowly come out of it. Everyone together, hands to your hips, bend your knees, power your belly, slowly come all the way up. Trikonasana, turn your left leg to the left, turn your right leg in slightly. Right hand to your hip. Slide your left hand down your thigh as you lengthening your chest. If you have a block, always have to put a block to the outside of your leg and then lengthen. Now from here, I'm going to lengthen my chest forward and shine your left ribcage towards the ceiling. Lift your right arm up. Keep breathing here. Lift your chest, your ribcage towards the crown of your head. Gaze towards the front of your mat. Grind your right leg to the right corner of your mat. Lift up your back heel. Easy twist. I like to bring my elbow first, my left elbow, and then extend it up. Draw the left hip back and in. Chest forward. Breathe. Okay, now listen from here. Inhale. You're going to go to the outer bed of your right foot. Heel toe your left foot to the middle of your mat. Modified or variation of side plank. If you have any other variation that works for you, be my guest, please do it. Breathe. Wherever you are, gaze forward, bring your left hand down, plank pose, inhale, lower down, chaturanga. Wherever you are, with your knees on the floor, lower. Take your hands behind your back, interlace your hands to the small of your back, bend your elbows, forehead down, inhale. Lift your kneecaps, lift your shoulders up and back, lengthen your arms, lift your forehead, lift your legs. Shalabhasana here, breathe. Feel your glutes active, lift your chest. 2 more breaths here. And 1. Slowly release. Take a little child's pose here. Good. Gaze forward. That was a showdown for child's pose just to give you a break. Come all the way up. Inhale. And this time lift up your left leg and we're going to a pigeon pose. Bring your left knee towards your left wrist. If this is not available for you, you're going to go on your back. You can do the same thing, just recline your left ankle like we did in the beginning, just before, on your back. Otherwise, you come in with me. Pigeon pose here. Before you settle down, push the floor. Lift your left hip off the floor, draw the left knee back some. Keep breathing. Now walk your right foot back, shine your chest forward, and then relax the back knee, the back leg. Feel free to come to your forearms. I'm going to give you different options. Or feel free to take your hands to the left. You can be on blocks as well. All of those are great options. Deepening our hip openers, lengthening the spine, feel the lateral stretch. And create a sense of quietness. The sense of quietness is going to bring you to your inner small circle. If you're in your head and you're distracted, you're in the big circle. So try to come back again to that little space inside of you. And breathe. Oftentimes we let life rule us. Some things we can control, but many we do have the control. So breathe into that. Some of you will stay here. Some of you want something different and deeper stretch. Lift your chest, bring your hands up, and now bring your left up and lower arm. Sorry, your left right above the elbow. Bring that section, your elbow, to the inner left foot, to the arch of your inner left foot, and then grab your left hand to the upper right arm. Keep your right hand down to the floor, and now gaze to the left. Keep breathing, deepening the stretch here, shoulders back. Breathe. Very deep stretch, so please listen to your body. Not everything is offered, it's offered to you, but it doesn't mean you have to do it all at all. Pick and choose. Find ease in your mind, in your body. Slowly come out of it. Shift your weight to the left side. Bring your right leg forward. And then take it over the left leg. Keep your right hand down, lift your left arm up, long spine, grind your sitting bone, and now frame your eye of your elbow, the inner elbow, to the outer shin, interlace your hands together, bring your belly away from your inner thigh, and then lengthen. Breathe, resist your leg to your inner elbow. Breathe, good job. All right, from here, gaze forward. Bring your, let's see how we're going to do that. Shift all the way back, come all the way back. We're going to come this way. Bring all the way back. Take your right ankle over your left ankle, hands over your head, and then rock and roll. Come forward, and then we'll go back, and do it again, but change your legs in the air. Come all the way forward and find your downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward, hop or walk to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, swan dive all the way up, hands to your heart center. Okay. From here, open your legs to the left. Take your hands behind you. Lift your chest up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So I have my back to you. This time, hold on to your ankles, to your shins, to the outer heels, whatever you have available for you, and then forward fold. Create traction between your hands and your legs. Lift your kneecaps up. Lift your sitting bones up. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees, hands to your hips, power your belly, come all the way up. Find your block to the outside of your right side. Turn your right leg to the right. Turn your left foot to the right. Left hand on your thigh. Extend your right arm. Place your right arm on your thigh and now slowly descend down. Find your block, open your chest, lift your left arm, Trikonasana here, breathe. Engage your kneecaps, and now shine your right ribcage towards the ceiling. Breathe, lengthen your chest forward. Breathe. All right. From here, inhale. Gaze forward. Lift up your left heel, up. Place your left hand to the left corner of your mat. Easy twist. Just go around the cow. Breathe in, draw the right hip back. Breathe. Good. All right, carry on. Go to the outer blade of your left foot. Heel toe your right foot to the center of your mat. Side plank variation. Push the floor with your left shoulder. Breathe here. Keep breathing. Okay, gaze forward. Lower your right hand down. Plank pose. Lower all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together, right leg lift, inhale. Exhale, pigeon pose, right knee towards your right wrist. Walk your left leg back. Draw the right hip back. Open your chest, inhale, and then lower all the way down. So you have your variations here. You can come to your forearms. You can walk your hands or your blocks to the right. Breathe. You have the option to travel to the left. You bring in your right elbow to the inner right arch of your foot. Now come this way so you can see me. My inner elbow to the right inner leg. Holding on to the left upper arm. And then gaze to the right. Breathe. Keep breathing here. Slowly release it. Bring your hands forward. Shift your weight to your right hip. Bring your left foot forward and over the right leg. Find your sitting bones. Grind your left hand down, lift up your right arm up, inhale. And then lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Hook your inner elbow to the outer left shin. Interlace your hands together and breathe. Keep breathing here, lengthen. Slowly, slowly gaze forward. Release your legs. Come all the way down to the back. Bend your knees. Bring your left knee over the right. Your left ankle over the right knee. Lift your arms over your heart towards the ceiling. And now lift up your right foot off the floor. Lift your chest. And now hook your elbows to the outside of your ankle and your shin. Okay? So you're here. Like that. So it's a figure four. You're just coming a little closer, your shoulders off the floor, gaze up, breathe here. If you want a little more, extend the right leg up. Squeeze and feel the core. Feel the flexion in your spine here. Slowly release the right leg. Come all the way back. Inhale here. Drop your legs to the left. Get a nice stretch here in your head. Breathe. Enjoy the stretch, lengthen. Slowly come out. Release your leg. Shake it off. Come to the right side of your body. Sorry, your right ankle over your left knee. Breathe here. And now from here, lift your left foot off the floor. Arms over your heart towards the ceiling. Lift your shoulders off the floor and hook your elbows to the outer shin and the ankle. Squeeze and come to a small ball. Behind the camera. Breathe in and breathe and breathe. All right. Extend the left leg up if you need to. Breathe here. Slowly release your left leg down. Release your arm. Open your knees to the right. Gaze to the left. Breathe. All right. Slowly come center. Release your leg down. And come all the way to the seat. All right. So we're coming to the final pose. I'm going to give you variations. We're going to attempt to do what we need on the mat, standing up. So, most of you will have your chair in front of you, and you're going to take your left foot, bend it back as if you're going to do a pigeon pose. Okay? Hold on to the top of your chair, and then walk your right leg back. For many of you, this is plenty. If you want a little bit more, you're going to lean forward, lift your right leg off the floor. Gaze forward, chest forward. Breathe here. And you'll do that a few times. Come down, release your leg, take a little breath. Inhale. We'll do the opposite side. Take your right leg to your chair, find your close to 90 degrees, walk your left leg back slightly, hold on to the edges of your chair, lift your chest, come forward, engage your glute muscles, lift up, put your leg up. The glute has to be strong, slowly lower, and lower. Okay? So, if you know that this was more than enough for you, you just do that. Some of you can want a little bit more. You're going to bring your left ankle, like we did earlier, over your right knee. Watch me first. I'm still working on that myself. So you're going to come, have your chair close by just for now. To open a bit more, enjoy your hips back. You feel the okay here, you're going to come down and hook your upper arm to your ankle, and then your upper arm to your shin. You have to lean forward, and then hook. The hook is very important. You're going to hook the chair out of the way here. This is plenty for many of you. If you want more, you're going to bring your weight forward and lift your right leg up. Squeeze. That's flying pigeon. Slowly release release it, and come up. Push the floor, come all the way up. Again, like I said, remember you have the chair variation. You want to do the other side, come with me. Right ankle over left knee. Find your chair just to come back. You probably need to go further back on your mat to give you more space. Shift and leg get low with your hips. Then find your upper arm to the outer ankle. Find your right upper arm to the upper shin. And then find the floor. Gaze forward. Use your core and your glutes. Walk your left leg back and lift. Squeeze your inner legs. Bend the knee. Slowly push. Come all the way up. Woo. So, you have your variation on the chair. I hope you had fun with it. Flying pigeon. Come all the way down to the floor. As you can tell, I'm in a gym. It wasn't the plan, but that will happen. So there's a couple of people here, but they're being very quiet and hopefully this is very nice. Come all the way to your back. Let's counteract everything we did with the bridge pose. If you have a block, you put the block under your hip and then use a restorative bridge. If you want an active bridge or if you have a wheel pose in your practice, feel free to do so. Bring your hands alongside your body, engage your glutes, lift your hips up, hands down to the floor. Lift your hip points up and walk your shoulders under you. Breathe here. Lift your hip points, chest open. Slowly release it. Lengthen. Hug your knees into your chest. Slowly come all the way up. Broken ball again. Straighten your legs out. Bring your left leg in. Janusasana. Take your left foot to the inner right leg. Find both sitting bones on the floor. If you have a strap, keep it close by. You may enjoy the stretch here. But before we go there, take your right hand to your left knee. Lift your left arm, turn it up and over. Breathe here, lengthen. Deep breathing. Lift your chest, breathe. And now from here, come up, inhale. Take your right hand to behind you. Take your left hand or your strap to your foot and to the outer edge of your foot if you're holding with your hand. If not, just come with your hand to your strap. Take your right hand behind you. Lift your chest. Lengthen your spine. Breathe here. Good. Slowly release it. Take your left hand behind you. Inhale and then exhale. Lift your hips. Open your heart. Breathe. Slowly come forward. Release. And we change. Extend your left leg out. Right leg in. Take your left hand to your right knee. Push the floor, lengthen your chest. Lift your right arm up and over to the left. Lift your chest. Breathe here. Slowly release your left hand. Find your strap or your hand over the left foot. Hold it, inhale, and then exhale. Draw the left heel towards your left sitting bone, open to the left. And breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly release your right hand. Take your right hand behind you. Inhale. Lift your hips off the floor. Breathe here. Slowly release it. Come all the way down. Open your legs to wide-legged. Move the skin away from your sitting bones. Stay right there. Breathe. Breathe. Stay there for a second. Okay. So turn the skin in, internally rotating your hips. Lift your chest up, inhale. Forward, fold, exhale. So make sure that you're not falling from your shoulders, but from your hips. Come forward. Flex your feet. Breathe. Find your inner circle of light. Find your deep breath. Quietening the mind. And then because we did all the deep hip openers, we're able to get deeper to the stretch. Slowly come up. And we'll go to Baddha Konasana, so soles of your feet together. I oftentimes really like just to stay with my hands behind me, and that allows me, gives me a counter action to bring my knees down. Lengthen your chest, breathe. Breathe here. If you like to come forward, of course, you always can come forward. Lengthen your spine. Draw the hips back. Breathe. From here, walk back. Frame your big toe with your peace finger and your thumb. Lengthen your spine forward. Inner legs active. Lean back slightly. Lift your right leg off the floor. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift both heels off the floor. You can stay bent or you can extend your arms. Lift your chest forward. Maybe gaze forward or towards the ceiling. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Shine your chest towards the crown of your head. Slowly release it. Bend your knees. Extend your legs out all the way. Walk your sitting bones back a little bit. If you have a block or a strap or both, I would recommend to put the block first and then the strap over the block. And then lift your chest up. First inhale, exhale forward. Allow your collarbone to be wide. Inhale, exhale. Paschimottanasana, lengthen, breathe. Slowly release it, come all the way back, come all the way to your back. Have your knees to your chest. Massage your low back. And then from here, bend your knees to 90 degrees. Open your arms out in a T. Drop your knees over to the left. Lengthen your spine. Lengthen your hips away from your ribcage. Breathe. to the other side. So oftentimes we have the things we can control. Like I said, I had a different plan. The room I had was for some reason locked and couldn't be opened. So I had to come down to the gym, and there's people here that are working out. So I'm making the best of what there is. But my intention is to guide you, to give you the opportunity to practice, and to stay in my inner light, in my small circle, and to connect to your small circle. Slowly come all the way up. Extend your legs out. Find a comfortable place for your Shavasana. Walk your shoulders away from each other. Let your legs be heavy and move your feet. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And a deep exhale through the mouth. Breathe. Stay here. Bring awareness to your third eye. And now from there, envision your inner pillar of light. And now that you walk up every cell in your body, turn that inner light, hydrating, nurturing, and now into your inner circle of light to keep you focused, grounded. Notice your back body now. As envision you're giving yourself an internal massage. Allow your whole back body to stay grounded, to offer you stability. Allow yourself that inner stillness. Envision that circle of light within your heart center. Envision the rays of light radiating from that one small circle through every part in your body, disconnecting from the things we can control, disconnecting from challenges for the moment. Now from here, bring your hands to your heart center, your prayer pose. And this is your sacred place, always. A happy and a safe place to visit. Breathe into that space. Slowly, slowly bring your knees to your chest. Or over your fetus bones. As always, allowing your mat time to be the school of life. I hope you were able to benefit from the practice today. I hope you were able to hear me with all the surrounding noise here. If you feel challenged somewhere, please go back to the video and then you can reverse it again and practice. Practice makes perfect. That's what I have to do again and again and again. bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep inhale. And then you exhale. And my inner circle of light is shining your inner circle of light. Thank you for coming and practicing with me today. Please leave me feedback. I always like to hear from you, and please share the practice with others. And I will be here next Sunday, and I hope the environment will be different. Sometimes that's what happens in life. Namaste. Thank you.